Hi, my friend. I'm Xavia, and welcome to the Heal and Grow podcast. This is not just a place to learn English. It is a space where we slow down, understand ourselves more honestly, and slowly build a life that feels more real and more peaceful. Lately, I've been reading many of your messages. Some of you said you feel lighter now, more calm, more clear. And hearing that really means a lot to me. But there are also messages that stayed in my mind longer. Some of you said, "I understand what you're saying, but my life still feels heavy," or "I want to change, but I don't know where to start." And I want to be very honest with you. I don't think you are stuck because you are not trying hard enough. I don't think you are lost because you don't understand yourself. I think there is something deeper happening. And today, I want to walk through that with you, slowly. Not to give you a quick answer, but to help you see what's really going on in a way that feels clear and real. So if you can, stay with me for a few minutes, because once you see this clearly, you may stop blaming yourself. And that might be the first step to finally moving forward. Sometimes, it's not that you don't want to grow. It's just that right now, you are not really living. You are just trying to survive. And if you pause for a moment and look at your recent days, maybe you can see it more clearly. Do you wake up with your mind already full? Do you spend the whole day solving problems, replying to messages, and trying to keep up? And then, before you know it, the day is over. You moved forward, but you didn't feel connected. You did many things, but inside, it felt quiet. And slowly, this starts to feel normal, because everyone around you is busy too. But I want to gently ask you something. What if life is not supposed to feel this way? What if feeling exhausted and disconnected is not your natural state? And this is where we begin. Not by fixing everything, not by changing your whole life, but by being honest in a very simple way. To say, I've been tired for a long time. I've been living on autopilot. Not as a judgment, but as awareness. Because this is your wake-up call. A quiet moment when you realize, I don't want to live like this anymore. And that, my friend, is exactly where your journey back to yourself begins. And this is where many people get confused. After they realize they are tired, they try to find answers right away. They ask big questions like, what should I do with my life? Or, how can I change? But there is one simple thing we often forget. Before you can think clearly, your brain needs to feel calm. There is a state called survival mode. This is when your brain is only trying to help you get through the day. When you are in this state, you focus on what is urgent, like work, problems, and things you need to fix. And slowly, you have less energy for other things. You don't have many new ideas. You may feel irritated more easily, or sometimes feel numb. Not because something is wrong with you, but because your brain is tired and trying to protect you. So if you feel lost or unmotivated, it's okay. It just means your body needs rest. And before you try to change your life, you can start with something very small. You don't need all the answers right now. Just give yourself a moment to slow down. Take a slow breath in and gently breathe out. Again, slowly in and slowly out. Because sometimes the first step is not to find the answer. It is to feel calm enough to listen to yourself again. And when you start to feel a little calmer like that, something else begins to happen. You don't suddenly have big ideas or feel inspired, but you start to notice something very real. What is taking your energy every day? I remember this very clearly in my own life. There was a time when I thought I was just busy, and that was normal. But when I slowed down a little, I started to see small things I never noticed before. Like checking my phone again and again, even when I didn't need to. Or saying yes to things, even when I already felt tired. Or trying to do everything well, just to feel like I was doing enough. And at first, I didn't think these things were a problem. They felt small, but over time, they made me feel more and more tired. And that's when I realized something simple. My life was not only busy, it was too full of things that were not really mine. And when your life is too full, there is no space. No space to feel calm, no space to think clearly, no space to feel like yourself. So I didn't try to change everything. I just asked myself one small question. What can I let go of? Just a little. I started very small. I used my phone less in the morning. One day, I said no to something that I didn't really want to do. And I stopped trying to do everything perfectly. At first, it felt uncomfortable. I even felt a little guilty. But after some time, something changed. I had a little more energy. My mind felt quieter. And I started to feel more like myself again. And that's when I understood something important. Taking your life back is not always about adding more. Sometimes, it is about removing what is quietly taking your energy away. This is where boundaries begin. Boundaries are not walls to push people away. They are a way to protect your time, your energy, and your peace. You don't need to change everything today. Just notice one thing that is draining you right now. And take one small step back. Because every small thing you let go of is a small part of your life you take back. And sometimes that space is exactly what you have been missing. As you let go of a few things and create some space, you may notice a small change inside you. Not a big answer, just a lighter feeling. You feel less rushed, less heavy. Maybe, for a moment, you don't feel like you have to keep running. And this is where things begin to change. When your mind is not too full, you can ask a simpler question. Not what should I do with my life, but what actually feels good for me. Not what looks good, not what others expect, just what feels right for you. And if you pause, you may already know. Maybe it's a simple conversation, a quiet moment, or something you used to enjoy but forgot. So if you feel lost, that's okay. It doesn't mean you don't have a purpose. Maybe you just haven't had the space to feel it, because purpose is not far away. It is already in small moments where you feel like yourself. So instead of searching for a big answer, just look a little closer. In the past few days, when did you feel a little lighter? Not very happy, just not heavy. And you can try something simple. Take a few minutes and write down 3 small moments that felt good. They don't need to be special, just real. And don't try to explain them, just notice them. Because sometimes your why is not something you create. It is something you slowly remember when your life becomes quiet enough. When you start to notice these small moments, something quietly changes inside you. At first, it doesn't feel like anything important. It's just a moment when you feel a little lighter, a little more like yourself. I remember there was a morning when I didn't check my phone right away. I just sat there with a cup of coffee, doing nothing special, and for a few minutes, my mind was quiet. No pressure, no rushing, and a very simple thought came to me. I miss feeling like this. That moment was small, but it showed me something I didn't see before. Maybe I didn't need a completely new life. Maybe I just needed more moments that feel real. And this is where purpose starts to become clearer, not as a big answer, but as something you can feel. There is a simple idea called ikigai, which means a reason to wake up in the morning. And it's not something you have to find all at once. It's something you build from small pieces. What do you enjoy, even just a little? What do you feel naturally good at? What feels meaningful to you, even in a small way? When you start to pay attention to these things, you begin to see a direction. Not perfect, not complete, but real enough to follow. And this is important. You don't find your purpose by thinking harder. You find it by noticing your life more honestly, by seeing what gives you energy and what takes it away. By choosing, little by little, what feels true for you. That's why how you start your day matters. Because if you wake up and immediately follow everything around you, your phone, your work, other people's needs, your day is no longer yours. But one small moment can change that. Before you check anything, just pause, take a breath, and ask yourself one simple question. What matters to me today? Not for your whole life, just for today. Maybe it's taking care of your body. Maybe it's focusing on one thing that truly matters. Maybe it's being a little kinder to yourself. Just one direction. And when you follow that, even in a small way, something begins to feel different. You are not just reacting anymore, you are choosing. And day by day, these small choices start to shape your life. Not in a dramatic way, but in a quiet and steady way. This is how you find your purpose, not by chasing something far away, but by coming back to yourself again and again in small, honest moments. So if you are still unsure, that's okay. You don't need a perfect answer. You just need to stay close to what feels real. And trust that, step by step, your path will become clearer. I hope today you can give yourself a little more space, a little more kindness, and I truly hope you find at least one moment, even a very small one, where you feel like yourself again.